Welcome to Bartending 101. Today we're going to talk about pouring a beer on tap. So first off, when you go to pour a beer on tap, here's your pint glass. Grab your pint glass, put the tap or the pint glass underneath the tap handle. I'm sorry, the tap, not the tap handle. Pull the tap handle. I'm showing you the way you do it so you can see the angles I'm working at, because this is how you're going to do it. But I'm doing it so you can see the angles. So you want to hold your glass at about a 45 and pull the tap handle. And as the beer rises about here, you can start lowering it until it's full. There's a couple things on that. If you put this under your tap, pull the tap handle, and it just shoots down to the bottom, you're gonna have foam everywhere. It's gonna be ridiculous. Side note, beer foam is 1/3 beer. It's not just air, it's 1/3 beer. So if you got that much foam, you got that much beer, about. Okay, so foam is beer. So you don't wanna just kick the foam off. You're wasting beer, you're wasting product. It's bad. So you don't wanna just start pouring the beer into the glass, into the pint glass. You wanna hold it at a 45-degree angle. I have found that if I pull the tap handle and let the beer run for just a second, pull it and then put the glass under there and then let it fill up, I have way less foam than if I start with the glass underneath the tap handle. Sorry, the tap. Now, I've done that in front of managers, and they're like, what are you doing? You're wasting beer. I'm like, yeah, but if I don't do that, it fills up with foam and I waste more beer. So if your manager gets on you, do it in front of the manager and deal with it. And then when they're not around, do it the way that works. Sometimes that's just how it works. So there's so much debate on this next part. There is an acceptable amount of foam. It's called head. Okay, my full high school football coach used to say, I've seen better heads on a mug of beer. Well, beer head, is the top part that's the foamy part on the top. Okay, so a proper pour of beer is supposed to have a little bit of head up there, and that helps people not spill it when serving it. And also, since it's carbonated, you get some aroma as you bring it up to your mouth. The beer up to it. As the customer brings the beer to their mouth, sorry, I'm having trouble speaking today. As the customer brings the beer to their mouth, they get an aroma, flavor profile of the beer. They're smelling it. So it might sound bogus or dumb to people that don't drink beer, but if you like beer, like me, it actually kind of matters. Now, but you don't serve that much head. It's about a pinky. If you got more than a pinky or a finger in there, I don't like that either. So I know I might sound picky, but it's not hard to do to get it pretty close once you get some practice going. But that's how you pour a beer in a pint. Is again, just pull the tap handle. I wait just a split second, pull it, and then get that glass under there at an angle. And as it fills, straighten it up, and then close it off when it's about full. It's going to foam a little bit. It's going to take a couple times to get the hang of. Some places, if your hands are big enough, you can pour with just one hand. We used to do this at a place I worked at for years. Now you can't do the old pull and then put it under. We would just put the glass under, pull, and then push. And I'll do that movement one more time because there were people like, how did you do that? And I was like, magic. It's just pull and push. So we would come up, put the glass under the tap, wrap your finger around the handle. So, and it's an empty glass. You can do whatever you want with it. So you're wrapping your finger or two around the tap handle, pulling, and then as it fills, pushing. Magic. And then what you're doing with the other hand is all these taps are like that. So we had beer going like crazy. So we'd have two hands pour twice as many beers in the same amount of time. So it all depends on your tap system, how loose or stiff or tight your tap handles are, how big your hands are. It's up to that. But if you can do it, it's kind of fun because people are like, oh my gosh, you're such a good bartender. I'm like, yeah, no, it's pull and push. So anyway, that's how you fill that's how you pour a beer. Thanks for watching.